What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to some more Littleroot laddering. So this week we're playing some oldies but some goodies. I haven't got to play Pre-Marina in quite a while. I haven't got to play with Zapdos, I don't think, since probably Series 7. So we're slapping them on together. Powered up by Reshiram. We have Grimmsnarl here with Fake Tears, Screens, typical Grimmsnarl stuff. P2 and Rillaboom rounding out the team. I'm concerned about Assault Vest Rillaboom as opposed to Miracle Seed, just to see how much of a difference that damage output does make for it. But overall, I'm excited to play this, to be honest with you. This team looks really good on paper. So let's just get into today. Get into the games today and see how it does. Shout out to Spatula for putting this together for us. I believe they played in the seniors division for Players Cup 3 and placed top 16 with it. So shout out to them for putting this team together for us, and congrats on the great run there, bud. So let's see what we can do here for game number 1 today. As always, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications when new stuff goes live. And everyone, pound that like button if there's any part of this video that you like today, and comment down below what you want to see in the future. Alright, so we have Shadow Rider up front here with Indeedee. We have Thundy and Eliki. And then we have Ensign and Whimsicott rounding out the team. What do we like? I think it's Grimmsnarl up front here. I kind of want P2. And just go slow mode on them. They're really dependent on, fast modes. So I think I like that. And then I'm leaning towards, obviously I want to bring Reshiram here. It seems really good. It's a lot of things and has a lot of damage output. The question is what do I want to round this team out with? And I'm leaning towards Rillaboom. But I don't think it's actually that good, seeing how they have Thundurus and Ensign. Pre-Marina doesn't line up particularly great, seeing how they have double electric. So we'll just... we're gonna bring Rillaboom. It was my first initial thought, and I'm just gonna lean into it and see what we can do here. This may not be correct, but it may also be fine. This lets us gain control of the terrain as well, so they're not just spamming Expanding Force with Calyrex. So let's see what we can do here. Alright. Calyrex Ensign out front here. I think I'm fine with this. I think I'm pretty okay with this, all things considered. Yep, there's the Intimidate. Don't really care about that. Come on, P2. No! I just want a special attack raise. So we're going to go for the light screen here. We're going to attempt to set up a Trick Room. Could see Fake Out into P2. But, what is Calyrex going to do against my P2 here? Especially since we have Eerie Impulse, so if we can get the Trick Room up, we can just spam Eerie Impulse into it. Eerie Impulse and Spirit Break into Calyrex and just really nerf the amount of damage it's able to put out. Ensign's probably going to clap one of our guys. If I had to guess, probably Grimmsnarl. Protect the Calyrex. There's the Fake Out. Into P2, that's fine. We got our light screen up, and that's really what I cared about. Because now what we can do is we can just Spirit Break into the Calyrex. And we can try for that Trick Room once again. Like, this ensign's not really putting any pressure on us, but at the same time, we're not putting pressure on them. So, that's fine, I think. Reshiram looks to just come in and do some pretty decent damage here, clean up the ensign. Like, we don't care about Intimidate, to be 100% honest with you. The only mon really on our team that would really worry about it is Rillaboom, but, like, it not... Okay. I don't quite understand that, but I'll take it. A win's a win. But, yeah, sure. Just like that, we're in the top, 8,000. bumped us up almost 2,000 spots. Well, let's try again. Let's try that again. Swampert, Cresselia, Mimikyu, Ensign, Amoonguss, and Shadow Rider. Ice Rider. Well, Grimmsnarl looks great. I think this is just the same lead of Grimmsnarl P2. I think I like... Still like Reshiram is going to put out a ton of damage here. Question is, do we like Primarina? I'm leaning towards not really. Rillaboom, which actually lines up okay against some of their stuff. Zapdos doesn't really do anything. Like, we're not worried about Amoonguss because we have Reshiram. We don't care about Intimidate off of Ensign. Yeah, I'm just going to bring the same 4. I feel like this 4 is pretty versatile with what we're doing here. Gets to cover a lot of our bases here, so I'm a fan. Let's see what we got. Cress Mimikyu. Wonder if this is like Ally Switch plus Trick Room. Could be like Swords Dance stuff. Could be Calm Mind, Stored Power. I'm gonna Spirit Break into the Mimikyu. Break its disguise now. And I have a feeling they're just going to click Trick Room. But I don't want to big brain it and also click Trick Room. It literally never works out for me. So we can go for the Ice Beam into Mimikyu as well, I guess. Just get some chip here. Yeah, there's a Swords Dance from the Mimikyu. That's kind of fine. I mean, not really, but it's kind of fine. Attract into my Grimmsnarl. Okay. Okay, we break the disguise. That's good. And we get the Ice Beam off. Come on, freeze. Hey! Nice Mimikyu. I'm gonna ignore that one for a while now. Well, how do we play around to attract Cresselia? I kind of want to set up Light Screen. Kind of just want to go into Reshiram. And I'm going to Ice Beam the Mimikyu slot. Try to pick up a KO on it before it gets going. Mimikyu staying frozen. There's a Moonblast, presumably. Into Reshiram. Not going to do a ton there. Ice Beam might pick up a KO here. Nope, not quite. That's fine, though. Do I want to burn my Dynamax this early? If I don't Dynamax Reshiram, what am I Dynamaxing? What could they switch in here? I don't really see a good switch for them. I'm not going to this turn. I'm not going to this turn. We'll just go for the Fusion Flare into the Crest. We will Ice Beam down the Mimikyu, pick up the KO on it. If they ally switch, we still pick up the KO on the Mimikyu. That animation is real hot. That's cool. I have never seen that one. Okay, Mimikyu down. And Cresselia's setting up a Trick Room here. It's kind of fine. I don't really care about that. And the lefties on the crest. Not surprised by that as well. So now they probably just bring in Ice Rider. No, they're going to bring in Swampert. Interesting. It's going to be like Wide Guard, support Swampert. I'm just going to click Protect this turn. I'm going to Eerie Impulse. No. Do I want to? Do I care about Trick Room? Not currently. I'm just going to Ice Beam the Crest again. There's a Helping Hand. Freeze? Nope. Never lucky. Yep, Earthquake. Protect on the Reshiram. Levitate on the Cresselia. I mean, that does a decent chunk. Life Orb Swampert. Interesting. But now I can go into Rillaboom and put a ton of pressure in on this Swampert. While also preserving Reshiram for the late game. And then I guess we just continue to Ice Beam. No, I'm gonna recover this turn. I know, like, we're switching into Rillaboom, so we're going to nerf the damage coming out from these Earthquakes anyway. While also applying a ton of pressure to the Swampert. There's a Helping Hand. P2 is going to go back to full. There's the EQ. Significantly less damage. It's what we like to see. Now, I think it's just safe to go for Grassy Glide into the Swampert. Could also fake out the Swampert. I actually don't see a reason not to fake out the Swampert here. And then we can Ice Beam the Crest. If they switch into Ice Rider, this is fine. Yeah, there's the withdrawal. Could have gone for knockoff this turn to get rid of their weakness policy, but then just triggers their policy, and I really don't want to do that if we can avoid it. Good chip. Good chip. Freeze. Never lucky. Lose the attract, but that's fine. We're just going to go into... we're going to just swap out into... probably Grimmsnarl, to be honest with you. I'm going to try to get a screen up here. What screen do we currently have up? None. Good. Good, good, good. We'll go back into Grimmsnarl. We will Ice Beam the Cresselia one more time. Hopefully pick up the KO on it, and then we don't have to worry about Attract. So we've seen Attract, Moonblast, Trick Room, Helping Hand. So Crest doesn't have access to Ally Switch. That's good to know. There's the KO on the Crest, presumably. There it is. This should probably just be a Glacial Lance coming out. Yep. Come on, guys. I need you to take one. Got it. Sick. Now, Trick Room is over. And we are not going to click Trick Room. We're not doing it. I don't care how much of a big brain play it is to try to outdo them and set up Trick Room ourselves to counter theirs. We're not doing it. We're just going to click Recover. We're just going to click Recover. That's fine. My duck is staying in. Calyrex is faster than my P2. Grimmsnarl goes down, but that's fine, because now we can bring in Reshiram. Question is, do I want to Dynamax Reshiram? And I honestly don't know the answer to that. I'm thinking no. I'm thinking they Dynamax now, though. I really don't know, because, like, neither of these are great here. Like, they can just Earthquake. How many turns of terrain are there? This is the last turn. So we can protect. Man, I really don't want to switch into Rillaboom this turn, but I also don't want Duck to go to sleep, but like, is Duck going to sleep even that big of a deal? I honestly don't think so. Like, I want to have terrain for the rest of this game, so we're nerfing Swampert's EQs. Yeah, there's the Dynamax. From the Calyrex, not surprised by that. And, like, seeing how the Life Orb is on Swampert, I just have a feeling that this Calyrex is weakness policy, and I really don't have a good way of answering that. There's a Hailstorm, presumably into Reshiram to pick up the KO on it. Yep. So now they're at +2, and this is where things get sweaty. Because Duck's going to sleep. And they have a +2 Reshiram. Freeze? Man. Duck out here doing work. So this is the last turn of terrain. But we immediately set back up the terrain. Yep, there's Rillaboom. I just don't see how we beat this Calyrex because they just target us down. Like, we can take out the Swampert, so we don't have to worry about it. I mean, I'm just going to click Ice Beam, because that's, like, literally all we can do here. But I don't see how we win this game, because they just double into us here, and, I mean, they definitely Hailstorm, but I think +2 behind, while we're behind Reflect, is probably not enough. Okay, there's the KO on the Swampert. Now it's a 1v2, but one of ours is asleep. We don't have Protect on Rillaboom, and if we did, it would make this endgame, I think, trivial. Because we just stall out their last turn here. Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't really matter because they're already at +2 and hitting us super effectively. So I think the solution to this game was preserve Reshiram longer. And, like, the fact that we didn't get to do anything with Reshiram really was, like, it simply put, it was bad for us because, like, Reshiram was going to be our Calyrex answer, and it was just too hurt for it to be able to do so in this endgame. Yep. Oh, Cyberduck, you're insane. Wake up, get a super crit and mega freeze. Nope. Never lucky. But more importantly, we prevent the chilling nade boost on the Calyrex. So really we won that game. They didn't get to go to +4 or whatever it is. Yeah, it would have been +4 because they picked up every KO with it. But yeah, I think we lost that game when the Mimikyu thawed out and got the play rough off into Reshiram. I should have played around that. I should have protected for a turn and then, like, the play should have been protect plus KO the Mimikyu because it's the one putting on the pressure. So if we take it out, then we don't have a problem. Interesting. So we have Shadow Rider, Moltres, Lele, Whimsicott, Eliki, and Urshifu. I love Grimmsnarl. I love P2 up front here. They have so many special attackers that setting up a screen plus Eerie Impulsing things is just going to be really huge for us. Love Rillaboom for terrain control. And just love Reshiram here as well. Like, it feels weird to just bring these same 4 over and over, but I think that's the play here. Like, I don't think Zapdos lines up particularly well here. Like, granted, there's a Moltres we hit super effectively. There's a Whimsicott. There is an Urshifu. So, like, there definitely is a consideration to bring the Zapdos here. I just don't know if I'm in love with it compared to everything else. Like, P2 adds speed control. Like, because they're going to try to set up Tailwind with Whimsicott, presumably, if they bring it. But also, like, Eerie Impulse is huge here. I think Eerie Impulse is single-handedly the reason we bring P2 in this matchup, because they have 5 special attackers. Like, we need to be able to answer them appropriately. And everything on their team is super fast, so we can just set up a Trick Room and hide behind screens and prevent them from ever picking up KOs. So there's Whimsicott, Moltres. I'm kind of fine with this. Could be Taunt on the Whimsicott, which would be kind of not great. So I think our play is just set up a light screen. I'm just going to Eerie Impulse this Moltres now. It might be correct to instead go for the Ice Beam into Whimsicott, just to get some chip in on it. Interesting. Yeah, this is fine. Like, sure, P2 goes out, but now Whimsicott doesn't have an item. And I can just freely bring in Reshiram here. Can't fake Tears the Moltres. Kind of want to delete this Whimsicott now. Actually, I think the real play is we switch into P2 here. We could max Quake to get the special defense boost even higher, so this Moltres' like damage output is negligible. Could also just max Flare this Whimsicott slot. Does real good damage to anything that might come in. You know what? Why not? Why not? P2, you're killing me with these attack boosts, buddy. Okay, there's the Moltres going to Dynamax in front of us. This is completely fine. Because now, Whimsicott's going to get deleted here. And then we can either Eerie Impulse or Trick Room, depending on what they do. Granted, we don't have our Eviolite, so P2 did lose a big chunk of its bulk. Which is, like, that's a big deal. But we are currently behind screens, so that's also fine. And like the thing against Moltres is you don't want to chip away at it. You want to one-shot it. Yeah, take my life orb. That's fine. You have officially done nothing this game. You switched some items around, but that's really whatever. That's fine. We take that okay. Oh, that was also a crit. Yeah. So they crit through our screen there. So they do get the speed boost, which is whatever. But we get to KO the Whimsicott, which is really okay. Set up a Sun, so now our Max Flares are going to do more in the future here. And then, depending on what they do this turn, we can... I think I like Trick Rooming. Just because they're going to try to go fast with Moltres. And then from there, we can start firing off Eerie Impulses. And, like, the Moltres is already faster than Reshiram, so... like, whatever they bring out is probably also going to be faster. Yeah, there's Lele. This is fine. Completely fine in my book. So this turn, I'm just going to Trick Room. I'm going to Max Flare the... I'm going to go into Moltres. I think, like, we're probably going to put into Berserk. But it already moves faster than us, so that's fine. P2, you're insane. You're absolutely insane, my dude. Another crit. Holy cow. Can you please calm down? Please don't Expanding Force. Oh, well. So we don't get the Trick Room up because they do double crit us, which is really annoying. And it is enough to put them into Berserk, which is really unfortunate as well. Now we can... I'm going to bring in Grimmsnarl. I kind of want to just double into this Moltres this turn. We have light screen up. I can't fake tears. Yeah, let's just take this Moltres out, I think. Darkness into Reshiram. No, into Grimmsnarl. We're gonna lower our special defenses and then try to pick up a KO with the Dazzling Gleam, I'm assuming is their plan here. Yep, that's unfortunate. It's actually fine. No, it's actually fine. Because now we get to KO the Moltres here. And now we have Reshiram plus Rillaboom versus Lele and probably Shadow Rider. I would imagine it's Shadow Rider. I don't see why they wouldn't bring their restricted here. No, it's Urshifu. Actually, this is awesome. I think we got this. I feel good about this. I believe they are Scarf on the Lele. I'm gonna fake out the Rillaboom and Fusion Flare it. They could Detect. They could also be Choice Band. I think the play, because I'm anticipating them being Sash, like them detecting this turn and this being Scarf, is to take out the Lele. No Protect. Okay. Wicked Blow might take us out, which would be a tad bit unfortunate. Yep. Yep. Yeah, this Lele is definitely Scarf. We'll just Grassy Glide here. Grassy Glide into the Urshifu, take it out. Because we have Assault Vest, our bulk on our special side is more impactful here. So we can take more hits from the Lele, presumably. It's going to be a 2-hit KO on the Urshifu. Hopefully this doesn't do too much, and then we can take it out next turn. Too much. A little too much. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that's unfortunate. What could we have done differently? Losing... honestly, we lost a variance is what it feels like. They crit us twice in 2 turns of their Dynamax, which really hurt us because, they crit through our screens twice. And had they not crit the P2, we get Trick Room up, then we can recover and take out the Moltres without it ever putting on pressure against us. And, I think in that situation, they probably bring in the Urshifu. I just feel like we're in a way better position if they don't double crit us. And that's, that's part of the game we play. That is a thing you have to be able to be mindful of. You can't really play around it too much. There are ways you can with, battle armor and things like that. But for the most part, you can't really play around it. Hey, this is Mono Dark. Pre-Marina, it is your time to shine, buddy. Your time to shine. So, Morpeko, Yveltal, Crocodile, Bisharp, Sneasel, and Umbreon. I think this is Pre-Marina. Oh, we can't fake tears at all with Grimmsnarl. That's really unfortunate. But Grimmsnarl actually still is fine here. We resist their stabs, and we can Spirit Break and Like, we can Spirit Break them for super effective damage. We can set up screens. I think Grimmsnarl's fine here up front. I like Reshiram a lot. And the big question is do I like Zapdos here? It lands up well against the Yveltal. This is all in on the special attackers versus Umbreon, which is not great. Could also be Intimidate Crocodile, and then we don't care about it. We don't care about Defiant on the... we don't care about Defiant or Inner Focus if we bring Zapdos, so that's two more abilities we don't care about. Yeah, I think I like Zapdos here. I think this is fine. Alrighty. What do we got? Yveltal, Sneasel. I don't see any immediate synergy here. This could be... No, this is Weakness Policy Yveltal. They are going to Policy me, and then we're going to be sad. But honestly, that's fine. We can Max Strike into... Actually, I like Dynamaxing here for sure. The question is do I Max Strike them to lower their speed because I'm anticipating them to... Actually, I don't think that matters at all. We'll just attack in, and the question is they're probably special Yveltal, right? So Light Screen makes the most sense. This is probably a Dynamax from them. Yep. There's the Yveltal. They're going to Ice Shard, trigger their Policy, and then we get to attack in with Prim. Do some decent damage with Max Starfall. And we get Light Screen up. That's the plan. Take a hit. Do a ton. Next turn we can Spirit Break into the Yveltal. And no, we can double into... No, I don't like doubling into the Sneasel. It's just going to have Focus Sash, presumably. So, like, once they do their Weakness Policy thing, that's about all Sneasel needs to do. There's the Light Screen. Oh. Triple Axle into my Grimmsnarl. I was going to try to take out Grimmsnarl here. Interesting. Not quite what I envisioned, but... Are they just banking on me proccing their Policy? Well, I did it. We did it pretty good, too, if you ask me. Yep, there's the Policy. That's fine. This is all fine. So now what we can do is we can Starfall into the Yveltal and switch out into Zapdos. Take a resisted hit on the switch in. Yeah, they are going to Triple Axle, which is going to hurt, especially if they hit all three. Oh, nope. Never lucky opponent. Oh, they're just going to go into Primarina. So, yeah, this is super safe. Because we get to take out the Yveltal here. And we still have a turn of our Dynamax. Like, they have a +2 Sneasel, but, like, it's a Sneasel. Okay. So we still have a turn of our Dynamax, which is really critical here. Question is what do they have in the back and how does it beat Primarina? That's a good one. That is a way to beat Primarina, that's for sure. I think we take it. I think we take a hit from it. So we'll attack in. We'll go for a Heat Wave here. Do we? Or do we just detect? I can see them targeting down Zapdos again with the... I want to beat the Focus Sash that I think is on more Pico, though. I'm going to detect. I'm going to detect this turn. They're probably just going to triple axle into my Zapdos again. Yep, there's a triple axle. Or a wheel. Not enough to take out Primarina. That's all that we cared about. And there's the Sash. Yep. That tells me that Sneasel is Eviolite then. I'm going to protect Primarina this turn. And I'm going to go for the Heat Wave. I just had to bank on them not going all in on the triple axle this turn. Like, we just had to bank on them missing. Please stop. Dang it. Their luck had to run out at some point. There's the Aura Wheel. This is fine. So now we can bring out Grimmsnarl. Yeah, we can bring out Grimmsnarl and set up a Reflect. Do I care about Reflect? And we'll go for Hyper Voice here. Primarina is probably going to go down before we get to actually attack. I have a feeling that Morpeko's just going to target it down this turn. But we get our screen up. That's fine. Please target my Grimmsnarl. Holy cow, they actually did. Well, this is great. All it took was them missing their triple axle again. They've attacked with triple axle 5 times and have hit a total of 4. That could not be better for us. And there's the Umbreon. Well, that one's annoying. I'm going to protect with Prim. I'm going to Spirit Break the Umbreon. Just really need to chip it away now before it gets to do anything. Yep, lower our speed, that's fine. There's a Snarl, not surprised by that. Does approximately nothing. Drops our special attack, which is annoying, but that's whatever. See, that's how you drop a person's special attack. And it is lefties, not surprised by that. And I think... I mean, I'm going to click Hyper Voice again, but we're probably going to lose Primarina this turn. And I'm going to Spirit Break into the... I think it was a mistake last turn not to target down the Sneasel and then have a like 1v1 with Reshiram versus Umbreon here in the end game. Because now it's going to be awkward because it's going to be a 2v1. And they have speed control with Icy Wind. You can stop now. Please stop. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Yep, I think our mistake was not targeting down the Grimmsnarl last turn. Or the Sneasel last turn. Dang it. So close. But I'm gonna target down the Umbreon first. I think it's a bigger threat to us. And if we can reasonably take it out, then like from there we just win. Sneasel's not gonna put on enough pressure for us. I'm not sure if Draco's enough here. I think we have to hope it is. But I'm not entirely sure. Because if it's not, I don't think we win this game. Because then they snarl us, we go to -3, and our damage output is minuscule. They're going to triple axle and not go for Icy Wind here. So we're going to get to outspeed the Umbreon here, which is good. Please be enough. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. So we go to -2. But that's fine. The light screen's gone, but it doesn't really matter when we're facing down a Sneasel. We literally just need to hit it. So, what better way than to Fusion Volt a Pokemon at 1 HP here? Sneasel, I'm sorry, buddy. You're just so inaccurate. Alright, well, we went 2-2 today, technically. But honestly, I feel like all the games were super winnable had we just had a little more luck break our way, or I played a little tighter. This seems fun. I really like Reshiram in this current format. I think it's one of the most underrated restricted bonds. And that's saying a lot because I think it gets a lot of love, but I don't think it gets nearly the love that it deserves. So we're going to throw this rental code up one more time on our way out today, so you can go check this out while it's still available. Yeah, this seems fun. I've really fallen in love with P2 the last couple weeks playing the various teams we've played. I think it's really, really good in the current format. I don't know if I like download. I'm going to go ahead and say it. I don't think I like download here. It has felt really clunky the last 2 weeks because I don't think we've had a single special attack boost in 2 weeks of playing with P2 now. Zapdos was really great that last game, getting to be able to... Well, I say that, but it really didn't accomplish anything. It came in and died. But I think for what we needed it to do, it was great. Primarina, absolute all-star that last game. Granted, it was mono dark and we had a fairy type, but, you know, that's besides the point. Being able to outspeed the Umbreon, pick up some chip damage on it was really critical. Reshiram, again, just absolutely amazes me so far. Screen Grimmsnarls just makes it where this entire team gets so much extra bulk. And then you have... Spirit Break and Eerie Impulse to lower their special attacks even farther if you are against mono special types, which we saw a couple different times today for the most part. And then Rillaboom. I don't know if I love Assault Vest on it. I think I would rather have Miracle Seed and have Taunt over U-Turn. That's really just where I'm at. So that's going to be it, everyone. Have a fantastic day. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We'll be back later in the week with some more Littleroot laddering. Have a good one. Peace.